Hello, welcome to Alchemy Animation. It is the 7th part of a series called The Invisible Princess is Bored Again Today. Let's begin. At the day of the party, Helena was sitting on the chariot. She said, "I need a reinforcement, but it would have been nice if my brother came to play this." She was going to the party with Hamilton. Earlier she asked her brother to go with her at this party, but he declined it and said that he have a schedule on that day. Hamilton asked, "Do you hate me so much?" She replied, "You are twice as old as I am." He said, "Well, not that much, I'm not that old." They arrived at the party. Helena was thinking that whatever the case, but Hamilton is the perfect companion for today. Hamilton is now Caesar's deputy and my partner, even though it may not have the same effect as coming directly. It will be an unspoken message that the Crown Prince is closer to me. After seeing the party decoration, Helena said, "Wow." She was thinking that there are quite a lot of people. It's even more glamorous than the Crown Prince coronation ceremony. If it is too much, it will fly out of the Emperor's eyes. However, the Emperor also wanted the power of Valor, so he took the Empress as his wife, so I can tolerate this much. Once again, I can see why Yulika tripped over my dress. She was thinking that this one was the complete opposite of me. Hamilton said, "There's Lady Brand over there. Shall we go and say hello?" Helena came back to the present time and thinking that, "Oh my gosh, I did not realize it. It's like losing my mind." Hamilton said, "Happy birthday, Lady Yulika Brandt." Lady Brandt looked towards them and said, "You too. Thanks for coming." She said, "Princess Feresca must have a hard time coming to the country road. The countryside road is rough." Helena closed her eyes and replied, "It's a journey to such a distant frontier. But it doesn't matter that the road is rough, your house is further." Both of them were faking their smile. Helena said, "It's small, but the Duke family has prepared a present for you, Lady Brandt." Lady Brandt said, "Oh my. Thank you." Lady Brandt looked towards her friend and said, "Maybe it's like the pumpkin you harvested this year," and laughed. Her friend also started to laugh and said, "Oh my lady." Helena was thinking that these are trying so hard to kill my patience. She said, "Oh dear, pumpkins are harvested in the fall." After hearing this, Lady Brandt and her friend were feeling a bit ashamed, due to their lack of knowledge. Lady Brandt said, "Is it indeed? You know it well when you live on a power supply." Helena said, "That's not the case, it's a common sense." Helena made a fake concerning face and said, "You really did not know?" She said, "No, that's not it." Hamilton said, "Princess, I hope you apologize. It is rude to expose others' ignorance." Helena said, "That's right, I'm so sorry." Lady Brandt said, "No, you need not to do it." And then both of them turned away, and said, "We should like to take a break for a while, so thanks again for inviting me, lady." Lady Brandt said, Wait. But they were not listening at all, and Helena was thinking that it's best to get out of this brawl quickly. Helena looked towards Hamilton and said, "It's so much fun to watch Brandt struggling." Hamilton laughed and said, "You don't have a good personality, lady." She replied, "Indeed, but you are funny too, Viscount." Both of them were chattering to each other. Hamilton said, "After all, there is a reason why I can get along with your highness." She said, "You just said that, are you insulting?" After a while, Helena was sitting on a sofa. She was thinking that everyone talks to Hamilton, but they don't come to me. But there is nothing wrong with pretending to be friendly in front of Yulika. This party, which has no interest in me, is the best place to explore. I can see the Meadow Empress set in the centrist sect at a glance. But then suddenly she looked around her and thinking that, where is Lady Brandt? I have not seen her for a while now. She asked one of the worker to that, "I want to wash my hands. Can you call someone to guide me?" The worker said, "Yes, we will call someone soon." And then she was going with the maid to wash her hand. Helena asked, "By the way, is the account not in the hole?" The maid replied, "The owner will be in the smoking room." Helena was thinking that he can't stay in a smoking room all day. While she was walking, she looked towards a room and asked, "Why is the door open in this room?" The maid replied, "It's ventilating, otherwise the whole book will be damaged." Helena was thinking that they filled it up very densely. The condition is also very good. I can feel the obsession to somehow fill this small space. But then suddenly someone asked, "What are you doing here?" It was Lady Brand. She said it's rude to sneak in someone's place. Helena replied, "I just left for a while to wash my hands." Lady Brand said, "That's not the place to wash your hands." Helena replied, "The library is great, so I did not know, sorry." Do you think the Count has a deep love for books? In addition to the central library, he made a place like this. After taking a while, in a shyness, Lady Brand replied, "It's my paper library." Helena said, "Oh, did you learn magic?" She was thinking that how difficult is it to say something like that. With a blushy face, Lady Brand replied, "I have not used it yet, but I am interested in magic theory and academic knowledge. And all of this is to build culture. If you are a good young girl, is not this normal?" And then she shouted like pumpkin harvest time. Helena was thinking that oh my, she had it in mind. In a passionate way, Lady Brand said, "How about this? Ravi Rose, summoning ceremony, superposition, magic theory and the Book of Seals. You don't know any of these things, do you?" Helena was clapping for her and said, "Wow, that's great. You are very knowledgeable about magic." Lady Brand was feeling proud after hearing this. With a laugh, Lady Brand said, "Of course, even if everyone says it's useless, once you know it, it's a science that can't be thrown away." Helena was thinking that I guess everyone said it was useless. I'm not saying it's wrong now that magic is lost technology. If you know the theory well, but can't put it into practice, what's the use? But now Yulika's eyes are speaking magic, and shining the brightest in the world. Helena said, "There is nothing useless in any learning, you are doing a great job." After hearing that, Lady Brand becomes silent, and she closed the door and said, "You go. A princess should learn the modesty of a lady. Being invited to someone's house and sneaking into any house is rude." Helena said, "I made a big mistake, I hope you will understand, so I gotta go," and then she left. While walking, she was thinking that I don't know, I praised it all because it was so special. Yulika is the Empress person, Caesar's enemy and my enemy as well, but still, if she's my friend, I wish I could have asked her once what she really wants to do. And then after some days, someone was talking that autumn is coming, isn't it? Another person replied, "That's right. This autumn is the lady's first birthday as an adult." All of the workers were standing in a group. They were talking that it should be at least the same as that Brand's birthday party. So you guys must prepare it thoroughly. So change all the cutlery into silverware and make sure the food never runs out. Agathe said, "Of course." All of them were emitting a very fearsome aura from them. Someone said, "Should the garden be laid out again?" The head maid said, "We should also ask the master to dig another pond." Helena came towards them and asked, "Why are you guys so excited about my birthday party?" All of them were surprised after hearing Helena's voice. Agathe said, "Employees also have a war between each other, lady." Helena asked, "Did something happen when you guys went to Brand's place?" Agathe said, "Yes, the employees were very arrogant. If Lady becomes the crown princess, who will take the first seat at the wedding ceremony?" After hearing this, Helena laughed. Agathe said, "Oh my god, it's not something to laugh at." Helena was thinking that since Yulika is considered as my rival, the employees seem to be fighting a battle for their own pride. At the night time, Agathe was holding a blanket, and asked, "By the way, Prince Caesar is coming too?" Although he did not come to Brand's party. Helena replied, "No, he would not come to my party." In an emotional way, Agathe said, "What? How dare he?" Helena said, "Calm down, Agathe, your opponent is the crown prince. I did not send him the invitation. She was thinking that of course Feresca is clearly on the crown princess side, but Caesar's power is not strong. It's still time to be careful. Caesar also knows that there is no point in stimulating the Empress for nothing, therefore he will know what to do. Agathe said I guess he might cry. It's a pity he can't get the invitation to Lady's 22nd birthday party. Few days before party Leonard came back to the mansion. He was hugging Helena? Helena asked you said you were busy. What about school? He replied I'm having absence since your birthday is coming. Helena hugged him back and said as expected my brother is the best. She asked brother did your height increases? He said now I am quite similar to His Highness, right? She looked towards him and said, how do you keep growing even though you are over 20? I don't think I can get higher. He came close to her and said it's okay that Helena doesn't get higher, just keep it like this. She was thinking that still before my birthday, when I became an adult, I might not be even as high as a student. Even a god is higher than me. After entering into the mansion, Leonard looked towards the present. He said are these old Helena's birthday gifts? She said yes. Helena was thinking that all these things were from the Feresca family and Caesar. Leonard said you will be busier with the party preparations, stay stronger Helena. And then congratulations gift came in like a flood, the clothes, accessories and shoes were all high quality items. Helena thought as the main character of the party, I have to work hard to prepare. One day before party Agathe completed her sword session, she thanked Helena for the training. Helena said well done, you did not neglect your swordsmanship despite being busy. With a laugh Agathe said of course lady, by the way could you spare an hour for me today? Helena looked towards her and asked right now. Helena was thinking that actually I don't have much time because tomorrow is the party. But it's the first time Agathe has asked me like this. With a smile she replied alright, an hour is okay. After hearing this with a bright smile Agathe said wow, I am so happy. I want you to go with me for a while. Helena was confused, she said okay let's change the clothes first. Agathe rushed to change her clothes and said yes, I will prepare and come to meet you. Helena asked from one of her maid do you know why Agathe was like that? The maid replied no, I don't know anything. But right now just come on and let's sit right here. I'll take a look at your clothes again. Helena was thinking that she's very motivated today, there must have been some kind of plot. She prepared her in a very elegant and beautiful way. Helena said isn't this outfit a bit too flashy? With a smile the maid said no way, this dress is perfect for today. You are so beautiful my lady. Helena replied all right, the dress is nice. Helena sensed something. She was thinking that why is it all of a sudden? She looked towards the maid were saying, I don't know you have grown up like this since when? She said Bessie. While crying the maid replied life is not interesting at all. I think it was just yesterday that you were still a child. Helena was trying to comfort her. She was saying don't cry, why are you crying? She was thinking that it's not that different now, so please stop crying. Bessie said I'm so sad because I think this will be the last time I take care of you, my lady. Helena said oh Bessie, you will have to keep taking care of me in the future. The maid replied that's right. Although you are smart you have a completely messed up sense of life. Helena said you are really ruthless when you say things like that. And then someone opened the door and said, lady it's time to go. Helena replied I have finished preparing anyway. After a while Helena was moving towards Agathe. She was thinking that is this the employee resting area? Agathe said let me open the door. After opening the door all of the employees said happy birthday lady, congratulations. Someone said congratulations in advance on your coming of age. Helena was very happy and surprised after seeing that. One of the senior maids said, "You must be very surprised it's so good." Another one said, "Lady, just breathe, it's okay now." Another worker said, "Agat, you know the idea has worked." The butler said, "I'm sorry we had made you too surprised. It's all because all of us wanted to wish you a happy birthday." With a blushy face, Helena said, "You guys have never been like this before." The butler replied, "We are very sad since you are going to the capital. This is the birthday gift from all the employees. It is small, but it will be such an honor for us if you accept it." Helena took the present and asked, "Can I open it now?" It was a trophy which was made by gold, an expensive material. Helena said, "Did you guys order this? It must have been expensive, but you guys don't have a lot of money." The employees replied, "We can afford that, lady." One of them said, "I'm sorry, lady. A necklace or jewelry would have been much better." In a very happy state, Helena said, "No way. Everyone knows I am not interested in those things. I like things like this better." After hearing this reply, all of the employees were very happy, and in a cheering voice they said, "We know it, lady. The sword is our lady's companion." Helena was thinking that this feeling is so strange. People who know me best bless me with sincere words. One of them said, "We hope that you like this gift, lady." Helena replied, "Of course, it's the gift that you guys gave me." She was thinking that it's incomparable to the gifts piled up in the hole. "I have never received a gift as wonderful as this in my entire life." She was remembering her past life and thinking that, at that time, I could not put my heart in anything. No matter where I went, I had never felt a sense of home. While looking at the employees, she was thinking that, now this is my home to which I can return. While hugging the present, Helena said, "Thank you so much, everyone. I will take good care of it." And then at the night time, Agat said, "Good night, lady. We have been keeping you there for too long." Helena said, "Don't say so. I was very happy. Good night, Agat." And after when Agat left, Helena was looking towards the present with a smile. But then suddenly someone said, "Have you just come back?" Helena was surprised after hearing a voice coming out from her room. It was Caesar. She asked, "When did you get here?" In a relaxed way he replied, "About a few hours ago. I greeted Leonard. It seems like you were having a great time, so I waited." Helena said, "Did you come here from the capital at this hour?" He came close to her and said, "That's right, I did not even get an invitation." She said, "Don't be mad, you know the reason why? Do you really have nothing to do with Empress Dante?" He grabbed her hand and said, "It's my only master's birthday. How can I stay still?" She said, "Still, you can come tomorrow. Why must you wait for me in the middle of the night?" He said, "No, we must meet now." He asked, "Do you know what day it is today?" She was thinking that all of a sudden, is there a schedule that I'm not aware of? She replied, "It's my birthday." With a smile he said, "It's past midnight." He touched his forehead to her forehead and said, "Happy birthday, Helena Feresca. I want to be the first one to congratulate you, and it's a success." With a blushy face he said, "Congrats on reaching maturity. I have been waiting." Helena was thinking that it's strange there is no difference between last night and this morning, but it feels like I have grown up holding his hand like this. With a smile she closed her eyes and thinking that, it makes a human weakness. She said, "Thank you, Caesar." In the morning at the party, Helena greeted everyone and said, "I truly thank those who helped me shine. I wish you all a happy and peaceful day." One of the girls said, "Lady, do you remember me? Time really flies. You look so beautiful today." Helena laughed and said, "Thank you for the compliments." Helena was looking around her and thinking that there are many important people came here. It's clear that the nobles are considering between Valor and Feresca. No one's really here to wish me a happy birthday anyway. She was sitting on the sofa and then Caesar came towards her and said, "You look just like a swan. I'm really happy today." Helena was thinking that, oh, so there is still one person who really came to wish me. With a smile she said, "You seem to be enjoying yourself." He replied, "Of course I get to see your bright smile today." He was looking like a devil to her. In an angry way she said, "But there's only happen once a year. His Majesty must regret it." He sit on his knees and grabbed her hand and said, "It's a good thing I love your expressions. Once again congratulations on your coming of age ceremony." She was thinking that mischievous student, and then another noble came towards her and greeted her. After a while Helena was feeling a bit bored. She was thinking that it's all done now. The less people care, the less tired I am. This bored look reappeared after a while. I am the main character this time, so I can't just sneak away. She looked around her, and thinking that what is Caesar and Leonard doing? She found Leonard to be talking to the other nobles. She was thinking that are they meeting with grand nobles? I guess they are targeting Leonard. He just scored the title of Duke. And those ladies care about many others think. They were feeling attraction towards him, and then she was trying to find Caesar. But then suddenly someone came towards her and said, "Lady, you look a bit tired." She looked towards him and thinking that, oh, this person, the eldest son of Earl Luke. "I heard he's of Leonard age." Helena said, "Thank you for your concern. I hope you will enjoy the party." He replied, "I'm having a great time thanks to you, amazing preparation. What's more, do you mind dancing to the next song with me?" He smiled and said, "I heard a lot about you through Leonard today. I got the chance to meet you in person. Indeed, nothing was exaggerated. I care about more than just a person's look." He sat down on his knees and said, "Can you give me the honor of dancing to the first song with you?" She smiled and replied, "What if clumsily step on your foot?" He said, "You are as light as feather. It would not be an issue." She was about to give her hand to him, but then suddenly Caesar came between them and grabbed her hand. In a serious look Caesar said, "Excuse me, but her first dance is supposed to be with me." In a wavering voice the boy said, "Oh, your Majesty." Helena didn't notice that since when the Caesar is standing here. And then the boy stood up and started go away from her. He said, "Oh my, excuse me, I will leave now." Helena was thinking that it makes no sense. Caesar said if he doesn't have the courage, he is not worthy of having the first dance with Helena. "So master, dance with me?" Helena was thinking that so this is how to show everyone. Who will I have to face, Valor or Brant? She stood up and said, "What if I step on your foot, your Majesty?" He replied, "It's alright until you can master this. I can just keep dancing." And then both of them started to dance. Caesar said, "Helena, you are a good dancer. When did you learn how to dance?" She replied, "A long time ago. I learned it from a friend." In a surprised state he said, "Friend, you have friends?" She said, "Seriously, of course I do. He looks like you but with another personality." She was thinking that I don't know how to dance, but Erez patiently taught me. When no one wanted to be my dance partner, no matter how much I stepped on him, he did not say anything. Erez danced with me. He was the one who taught me how to dance and also my first partner. And then suddenly her foot was twisted and she was about to fall. She was thinking that my concentration went elsewhere again, but in a sudden moment, Prince Caesar grabbed her hand and holding her in the air. All of the guests were surprised after seeing this move. He said, "You did not fall, right?" She replied, "Thank you, Caesar. I did not fall. But now people will definitely talk a lot about what just happened." Caesar asked, "Don't you like it?" She said, "I will just do what pleases me." She was thinking that I only needed to protect myself in the past life. No regrets at all. But this life there are my family members and many more. It will break my heart if things fall apart. I'm afraid I will get weaker if more people like this show up. But it's too late to turn back now. To me these people are very precious. And then after the birthday party, in the following autumn my trip to the capital was decided. I left the duchy. She was sitting on the chair with a god. Helena said, "It's strange. My heart is beating strongly and I'm very nervous." A god asked, "Are you sad about leaving your home?" "It must be for being away and having people waiting for your return." Helena was thinking that someone is waiting. That is probably the reason. What Dante never had. She said, "Helena Feresca is a blessed person." A god asked, "Why do you talk that way?" "It's funny, my lady." With a laugh, Helena said, "I know." At the capital, the workers welcomed her and said, "Welcome, Miss Helena." Helena asked, "Did you make all this for me?" The worker replied, "Now you will be as owner of the mansion, but that will not change anything. All the management will continue to be in charge of Kagure, so you only need to make me a brief report." Helena said, "Yes, I will do it. And I also want a space to be able to train with swords." He replied, "The garden will be renewed and prepared." She said, "Yes, I like it." She said, "Let's look around later." He replied, "Then I will let her go, because Leonard said he will visit the site this weekend." Helena asked, "Oh really?" The man said, "On that same day the prince will come to visit." After hearing this, she was not happy. With a laugh, he said, "Are you not excited about His Majesty's visit?" She said, "Caesar is likely to bring problems." The man asked, "Then you rejected his visit?" She looked towards him and said, "A teacher cannot reject his student." She was walking on the palace and reached to the reception room. She said, "I have not seen you in a long time, Viscount." "And Miss Eberlin?" Hamilton was sitting on the chair and the miss was standing there. Helena sat down on the chair and said, "Then let's go straight to the matter." She took out the notes and said, "Based on the list you have given me, I have attended social gatherings and look at them. There are enough nobles who have enough resources to attract us." Both of them were looking at the documents very precisely. The woman asked, "How did you get this information?" Helena said, "It is difficult to keep servants silent. When the ladies gather, the servants follow them. A goddess is still young, so they let their guard down. This is how they end up filtering the information." Helena was thinking that I also listened to all kinds of things in my previous life. Hamilton said something like this, "These are already real data." Helena asked, "What do you mean?" He replied, "Princess, now that you are staying in the capital, become officially your Majesty's teacher." With a serious look, Helena said, "Doesn't it sound like you want me to stay next to Caesar?" With a crying face, he said, "This is a big loss. You would not even like to be the heir princess. It would look good." Helena was thinking that I had the intention to become his teacher, but becoming the official instructor is very different. She said, "If I get that position suddenly, there will be a reaction. That could lead to having a lot of people against it." She was thinking that until now, I only existed behind my disciples. And there will be people who do not like the idea, saying that it is because I'm a woman. The woman said, "Actually, for that reason I have a suggestion." She asked, "Do you know who changed Ben?" Helena was thinking that he was an old aristocrat who recently attended Feresca's party, like us. After leaving politics, he went to his territory and defended it. I know that's why he was attending the party. The women said recently the border area is said to be infested, went to ask the Feresca for support. Helena said he asked for our support for the border area. The woman replied they don't have enough soldiers. The inspection has not yet been done, but we don't know the exact number. Helena said, "But it is rare in that situation, that they're going with Feresca. It would be better to ask the support of the order." The woman replied he already requested the support, but the request was rejected. Helena was thinking that the Empress is against him. Hamilton said they have no intention to send soldiers. There is also the problem that the army is not used to fighting monsters. Helena was thinking that this is a great opportunity. If we can put him on the prince's side, then he can be a great ally to us. Hamilton said, so that's what I think. The princess will prepare a group to be able to help him. Helena said, so that will be an exchange for testing my skills. So that will we be able to recruit him too? In an excited state, Hamilton said, that's how it is. Helena was thinking that even so, will I have to fight again in this life? Helena asked, are you saying you think it's possible for me? Both of them went silent for a moment, and then they said. Hamilton said, I don't know, but I believe in the abilities of the princess. He was looking towards her with a bright smile. She was thinking that it's annoying just thinking about it. This proposal means that Hamilton recognized me as a knight, but it's not a bad thing. She said, okay, I have a condition. After hearing this, Hamilton was very happy. He said, yes, tell me. She said, choose those who will go with me. This already includes my 3 disciples. She was thinking, isn't this a nice opportunity to put them to the test? After a few days, Caesar was asking that, how can I make more progress with Helena? The woman said, maybe you have not even held her hand yet. He replied, that's not it. We held hands and hugged each other. Even when we were young, we slept in the same bed. She said, the right way to get less hurt is give up? He said, don't tell me there is no hope. She said, try more intense physical contact. After hearing this, his body shivered for a moment. His face became totally red. He said, I tried giving out my thighs. She said, like thighs? Surprisingly, you have already given her so many things. He said, after all, what's the matter? Did she still see me as a child? The woman went silent and said, if you're so worried, would you like to seek counseling? After a while, Caesar was sitting with a man. The man was drinking a tea and said, so that's the secret to winning a woman's heart. Earlier the woman said, a black knight named Ash Dragon is said to be very good at winning the hearts of women. By the way, our distant acquaintance is a member of the Black Knights, so let me introduce you. His nickname is also Magic Black Rose. I will contact him. Currently both of them were sitting and drinking a tea. The men said, it's simple, my lord. Caesar asked, what's simple? With a bright smile, Ash said, yes. You just need to look good like me. Caesar was thinking that, what is this? What is he saying? The men said, there is no weapon like a handsome face to win your heart at the first meetings, your majesty. Caesar said, it's not the first time we met. Our relationship is already good. However, the problem is that it cannot develop into a rational relationship. After hearing the problem, Ash said, there is a way, your majesty. Have you ever heard of wall smashing? After hearing this, Caesar was thinking about it. Ash said, wall smashing. It is a skill that can choke charisma, that pushes hard, and sincerity, trustworthiness. With deep eyes, you can emphasize your maturity by looking down at the other person, and you can even get a natural kiss. Caesar was thinking that with the lows, it's enough to make up for it. Currently Caesar was with Helena. He was lost in the same thought. She asked him, what have you been thinking that way since a while ago? He said, nothing. She said, even during the match you seemed to have different thoughts, and you seemed nervous the whole time. Caesar was thinking that this one is so quick, I'm afraid I was too excited. But then suddenly he realized something. There is a hallway with no one in it, and there are only 2 people, me and Helena, who are standing close. He looked towards her, and thinking that isn't this the right time to use wall smashing? He started to execute that method. Helena said, oh no, wait. He was thinking that now I have to look down at you with a soft, yellowish gaze. I don't know how to do it. She said, what are you doing, Caesar? Get away. He was thinking that let's just look at it like this, and then he started to look at her eyes. He remembered the step taught by Ash. The steps are he had to laugh and telling lies, no matter who you are. This is so easy that it can be done even while sleeping and waking up. However, nothing is still as easy as for Helena. Next you have to gently hold her chin like this, and when the other person closes their eyes, you have to kiss them. She said, don't you get away. She remembered her past life experience. In a serious way Helena said, are you forcing my head up? After hearing this he came back to his senses. She pushed him away on the wall and asked, if this was what you want to do. If you joke like this again I get really angry. She was holding his chin. He apologized to her. As the weekend came Leonard also came to the mansion. They were sitting on the chair. Leonard was saying it's been a long time since we have all been together like this. It reminds me of old times. When the three of us got together, we often played cards. Caesar said, I'm sorry Leonard, we are too old to play cards. Helena said, then what should adults play? Caesar grabbed something and said, this one. Leonard asked, is it alcohol? He said, Helena is an adult now. Isn't the time came for us to drink together? Now we don't have to drink the juice for kids. Helena said, I know how to drink alcohol. Agathe said, but my lord, is it really alright? It looks very poisonous. Caesar said, drinking at home is okay. In an excited state Helena took out the glass and said, okay, come on, follow me. Caesar said, you are so confident about drinking. She was thinking that I drank almost every night when I was a mercenary. It would be perfect to bring up the story of subjugating the demons when everything is getting better. They were all toasting and said, let's toast together. Congratulations Helena on entering the capital. She was very happy while drinking the alcohol, and thinking that now that I can finally drink alcohol, I can live a less boring life. But then after a sip, she fall on the ground. She was crying and thinking that, half a glass of wine and I fell. Dante was a strong drinker, but Helena was not. After a while at the night, she was laying on her bed. And when she opened her eyes she found someone was looking at her. She asked, Erez, why are you standing on my side? He said, what kind of dog bone is Erez from? She said, oh my head, I am totally dead. Caesar said, I'm sorry, I did not know you could be so weak to alcohol, but I did not know how to do a punch shot like that. She said, it's been a while since I have been drinking, so I don't know. She was thinking that Caesar's hand, it feels good to be cold. She said, you really have a very pretty face, always thanks your ancestors. He said, where did a lady with dignity learn these words? She said, I like you. After hearing these words he was surprised and said, what did you say? Say it again. She said, your face is my style, so I said I like it. He said, Helena, close your eyes, and then he started to kiss her. That's all for today's video. If you want to know what happened next, then like and subscribe, Alchemy Animation YouTube channel.